What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What's cracking? Back with another one from the Michael Jeffrey Jordan universe. This one from a YouTube channel called Cosgrove. I've done content from here before, reacted to content from here before. Great channel, man. Well done, everything laced up, great storytelling, great explanations, great everything. So definitely go check out the channel. As always, I'll put the link to the original video in the description of this one. This one is called He Shouldn't Have Let Him See That. And judging by the thumbnail, it looks like might be a Michael Jordan kind of like revenge story or revenge-ish. And it looks like, I think that's Antoine Walker doing a little dance in the thumbnail, but I'm not sure. But it don't take much to set Michael Jordan off. You know, the memes go around. How, like, it was at that point I took that personal or something like that. I took that personal. How's it go? I think it's just I took that personal. But Mike would lean on the smallest things just to get him a little bit more amped and, you know, put some blood in the water for the great white shark, if you will. All right, let's get into it.
As the old adage goes, a smart man learns from his mistakes, a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. A quote that Antoine Walker never heard of apparently, because if he had, he would have saw what happened to all the victims of Michael Jordan that came before him and actually would have learned from their mistakes. But no, I guess he didn't operate like that, so he had to learn the hard way. November 1st, 1997, on this day, the Chicago Bulls celebrated what they had just accomplished the season prior, winning the 1997 NBA championship to capture their 5th title, receiving their rings, and revealing the championship banner. The fans were soaking this moment in, they couldn't have been happier, but Michael Jordan, on the other hand, was probably still fuming, because what most people don't remember or even know about is what transpired literally the night before on October 31st, 1997. Everybody knows that this is the season that The Last Dance revolves around, but for some reason just left out this game in the documentary. They started off here in the documentary because of course that was the night the ring ceremony took place, and with it being their home opener and all, but didn't even bother touching on their season opener versus the Boston Celtics.
It's a little bit strange to see the Chicago Bulls opening up on the road. Like, this is, in this environment, it's always championship night. You get your rings on your first game. I was a little bit shocked by that.
The championship team always gets the first game, national TV, at home, ring ceremony. It's a big ordeal, but for that reason, I don't know why they started out on the road.
As some of you might know, Rick Pitino's tenure as the Celtics head coach back in the late 90s and early 2000s didn't exactly go as well as people thought it would, but it did get off to one hell of a start, however, with a victory over the defending champion Chicago Bulls on opening night, who had just beaten Utah in the 97 finals months earlier. Pitino still remembers that game very clearly to this day, but not because they got the win necessarily. It's what happened off the court following the game that stuck with Pitino. As we all know, Scottie Pippen wasn't available that night for the Bulls.
How do you carry this team now in November and December without Scottie?
I think we have to do it collectively. I don't think one individual is going to be able to do it. You know, I think we as a team, that's what the team is all about. You know, so we have to cover up for Scottie not being here. We know he's not here, but that don't mean we stop playing.
But even without Scottie, I'm sure MJ was still pretty confident that they would be able to go into Boston and easily take care of business, considering that the Celtics finished last in the Eastern Conference the previous season.
The NBA season opens with the Chicago Bulls, the reigning world champions, against the Boston Celtics. Bowen is knocked down, but no foul. Tucked away and a steal by Jordan. And Michael with his first dunk of the season.
During the first quarter, the game was pretty much going as expected, and by the end of the quarter, the Bulls led by 20. But as the game went on, the Celtics slowly started to chip away at that lead.
Celtics have outscored the Bulls 8-0 here in this quarter.
Eventually taking the lead with Antoine Walker stepping up.
52-49. Antoine Walker hits another from downtown, his second. He's got 22 points.
Not only did the Celtics manage to come back, but they also took a big lead of their own, with Antoine Walker being a big reason why. He put up 31 points, 8 rebounds, 5 steals, and 2 blocks, carrying the Celtics to victory.
The game is over, and a shocker on opening night as the Boston Celtics have beaten the Chicago Bulls.
Now keep in mind, this was only Antoine Walker's second year in the league, so he didn't really know how to properly celebrate. There was nothing wrong with the celebration itself, but his big mistake was that he let Jordan see it. Pitino recalled what happened immediately following that game. I'll never forget as long as I live. We were going back to the locker room and Michael Jordan is yelling at Antoine. He's screaming at him and swearing at him, and I said, holy shit, what happened there? Then the assistant coaches explained to me that apparently Antoine was shimmying and dancing, and Michael started screaming, Antoine, you won't be fucking dancing when you come to Chicago. He kept saying it, and I said, oh sh. While everyone else was celebrating the opening night victory, Pitino knew that his Celtics were in big trouble the next time they faced Jordan and the Bulls. When Antoine got him mad in that first game, I'm saying, oh sh, this puts a damper on this night because we have to go back in there against him. Of course, Antoine said, oh fuck him, we won the game. If you didn't know, the shimmy was actually his signature dance on the court.
Man, I come from college, so in college we always used to dance and just having fun off the court and stuff like that. So in the game, one game in college, I did it.
We've seen some of the guys today doing it now. Steph will do it. Dylan Brooks comes to mind. You got a favorite? You got a favorite modern day shimmy?
That I like? I mean, I just don't like the fact that I don't get enough credit for it. I just don't like the fact that I don't get the credit for it, that I started that I made it cool to be able to dance on the court.
They mention how today's players do it too, but I'm willing to bet that none of those were as risky as when Antoine did it in front of MJ. Mark Jackson was seen taunting MJ too. Matter of fact, he purposely mocked MJ by sticking out his tongue, something that MJ would always do.
I want to know what possessed you to do that man's signature move.
I stripped him. I'm like, oh, it's on. New York City. I stripped him. Now they found me on the break, and I go in the air, and I act like the player's dead, but I stick my tongue out. Mistake. That's a huge mistake. Huge mistake, because like he talked about it in the documentary, he takes all of that and uses it as fuel.
But Antoine didn't steal anything from Jordan. The shimmy was his move. But that didn't matter. Just the act alone was enough to get MJ heated. Antoine said that he only whipped out the shimmy in very specific situations.
If it's a comeback, it's just different ones. If it's a regular, early in the game, you may just get a little wiggle. If it's one of those situations where we came back and made a run, and I made a big shot, you're going to get a big wiggle. We're making a run, or we're in a big situation, making a big shot, that's when it's coming out.
Well, he wasn't kidding, because again, here he is doing exactly that while they were making a comeback that night. And as Jordan told Antoine afterwards, he vowed to get revenge. The next time they met was about a month later in Boston once again on December 3rd, 1997, a night that Jordan was waiting for.
Back inside to Jordan, turns on Bowen, nothing doing. Rodman, Michael, the two. Price of greatness. Michael buries a turnaround. Rodman, great outlet pass to Michael Jordan for two.
Jordan finished with 29 points, getting the payback that he wanted. But remember, Pitino recalled Jordan saying something about how Antoine won't be dancing when it comes to Chicago. And sure enough, Jordan was right, as the Bulls would beat them again in Chicago on January 6, 1998. Pitino had something to say about that particular game. Quote, I remember at the end of the game in Chicago, Michael telling Antoine, I'm getting this rebound on the missed free throw, while Antoine was blocking him out. He said he was getting it, and he did. Later, I asked Antoine, what the hell did you say to him? Antoine said, I didn't say anything to Michael. He's just mad that I celebrated when we won. They would meet one more time in Chicago in March of 98, with the Bulls coming out on top again for the third straight time that season. The Celtics won the first game like we talked about, but the Bulls took the final 3 games of that regular season series, as Jordan kept his promise.
You did the shimmy against Michael Jordan. How did that go?
Yes.
How does that work out?
It don't work out well. Listen, I won one game. And that was the first game that I played against him as in my second year, we won the first game, and told me I'd never win again, and we never won again.
It seems like everybody wants to ask him about that win he had over the Last Dance Bulls.
I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around a second-year player, young, but you're right, energetic, and then out-dueling MJ on opening night, nationally televised game.
What was it like playing against Jordan in his final season?
I did get one, though. You got to give me a little credit. Opening night, I did get one. They didn't have Scottie Pippen. They didn't have Scottie Pippen opening night, but I did get me one. That's something I can hold my hat on.
That counts, Antoine.
They say dance as if no one is watching. Well, it looks like Antoine Walker should have made damn sure that Jordan wasn't watching before doing so. It would have saved him a whole lot of trouble.
You know what? Mike would have found out eventually. If Mike didn't see it, it probably would have popped up on SportsCenter back then. The highlights showing, him shimmying. Somebody would have called Mike up on an old landline. Mike, you saw that? So what? Twan doing a shimmy. I know now. But like they said, man, Mike, big mistake, bro. Mike better not catch you looking the wrong way. Mike better not catch you, Mike better not catch you doing anything that he could possibly take as disrespect. And even things that weren't put out disrespectfully, Mike still might take it disrespectfully, create scenarios and things in his head just for fuel, just for extra fuel. And he'll treat it like it's reality, like it happened. And he'll tell people that this happened. We seen it in The Last Dance. They spoke on it. For Antoine Walker, that was indeed The Last Dance. My boy was shimmying, but I couldn't stand Antoine Walker as a player back then, man. I don't know what it was about. I don't know. I don't even know why. But I couldn't stand that guy. Shooting all them damn three-pointers and shit. I couldn't stand him, man. When he, especially with them old, I ain't gonna call rivals, but as a Laker fan, we used to face the Celtics. I couldn't stand him. There's certain players that just agitated me. One player that really agitated me was Kenneth Faried. Kenneth Faried agitated me, especially when he was on Denver Nuggets. Always all that damn energy, making all those damn hustle plays. Then he always laughing and smiling in your face after every little thing he does. I just wanted to backhand him. He was an agitating guy. Anyway, check out our Michael Jordan playlist. Check out our 90s Chicago Bulls playlist. I think I have a 90s Chicago Bulls playlist. I'm pretty sure. But anywho, appreciate y'all for stepping in, man. Much love to all of y'all. Love the support. Love y'all. And I catch you on the next one. We out, baby.